Hello and happiest of days to each of you folks. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. So today I'm doing my next Let's Play in Star Control Force, the 11th one, and that sort of a thing too. This is actually the 4th time I've tried to record this. Normally I wouldn't tell you that, but since it was already 3 times, and I did like an hour and 15-20 minutes each time. And so the first time I did this on Thursday right after it gets posted, the 10th one got posted, and then unfortunately it recorded. I hit the record button, but it didn't actually change the video. It just showed me the background the entire time. So I went to go and I got up early to go record it and edit it and that sort of thing too after recording it and having my work that day. And then it just was not working. So the next day on Friday, I closed it down, checked it, and made sure it was working, and then I tried it and recorded it, and then checked it that night again on Friday. Again, got up early, and that sort of a thing too, and edited it, and again, the sound this time was not working, all of the videos. And then on Monday, I went to record this a third time, and then that day, it was working, the noise was working, the video was working, and it recorded for like 6 minutes. And then it stopped recording because my hard drive was full, and that sort of thing. And so I went to go check that, and I saw that it had only recorded like maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and my hard drive was full. And I noticed that immediately. I didn't have to wake up, I didn't have to change my schedule or anything like that because it was up. I checked, tried to turn off my camera, that records my camera and all that stuff, and it actually didn't need to be turned off because it had already gotten shut off because it wasn't recording anything. So I removed a couple of games, and now on Thursday, I'm going back and trying to score for you folks. So this is the 11th Let's Play for Star Control 2, one of the most popular games. It's from 1992, and this is the free version, the Ur-Quan Masters, that was released about 10 years later for free to the public. So last time I did a few things. I got some background information from the Milner Space Troopers. And then I also acquired from the the talking pet in order to help us out. And then we also got the sun device from the Mycon from Beta Reiche after sending them to go attack and get ambushed by the Mycon.
I'm at your disposal, Captain.
Here we are.
Be careful out there, Captain.
Today. Now, I have recorded this a few times, and that sort of a thing too, but here we go. A couple of changes. I did make a couple of changes after the last Let's Play. So if you take a look at my shipyard, you can see that I've actually bought a warship. And that sort of thing too. Previously, I just left it. And that sort of thing too, because there's a lot of combat that we're going to be expecting here, just a little bit, just Alright, so now we're going to be allying with another Battle Thrulls of the Urquan who beat you in the first game, beat the good guys, and that sort of thing too. And so we have already turned one of them to our side, the Spathy, but they actually showed that it was secretly a plot to learn the technology of hyperspace of the service Thrulls. Sort of thing too, and so they've actually pulled out and that sort of thing too. So now we're going to go ally with the Thread Ash. Now the Thread Ash are the place where the last pieces of the crystal, and that's what we're going to. And so now we're going to go check that out. And the Thread Ash, it's where the blue crystal is that will make the blue crystal will make the Ultron. And this is pretty far away in the far places of space. In quasi space. Before the first mission, things are going to map real quick. And then, we're going to be heading out pretty far away. So there is one that's pretty close to them, but it's well, it's not that close, but it's in Urquan space, and so I prefer and so yeah, I prefer not going through the big bad space to get there. So basically, they're over here. And so, and then so it's a little on the farther side, but luckily there's nothing in between. That sort of thing too. And now, so basically, if you run into the place where the helix is, they'll be infinite. So there's only two ways that you can take them out. So let's just head here to their space. And this is, we're going to head here and do some. Now, if we just meet them out in this space, actually that's pretty fast. But you typically don't want to do that because you don't want to be running into the. So you prefer to meet them because if you need to flee, because you got to fight like 25 times and that sort of thing too. If you recall from the Melnor Man, they actually tell you that you need to get this taken care of and that sort of thing too, and that you'll need that the only way that they actually respect is violence, so only if you kill them, but then they're dead. So you have to learn their respect for those punishments, right? We're going to go all out and buy condoms. And then ideally you want to do this. You can't do it at their planet because it doesn't count as people kill, or in the same thing as over here. Oh look, here's a person. That's them. If it is. We'll save this real quick. And now we'll talk with Meet the Thrayer Dash.
So, what's this? An unknown alien species. How wonderful. Someone new to fight. We, the Traditional Culture 19, famous Ur-Quan combat thralls, know well the value of a good fight. Either you win and prove your superiority, or you lose and are vanquished. If the vanquished is lucky, it may survive to learn an important lesson from its defeat. This is the way of the Tradash. We fight and learn and improve. All other cultural schemes are inferior. This is a proven fact. What have you to say before we begin combat?
Through Dash of Culture 19, we sense a bit of hostility here. Why?
Hostility? Har, har, har. We are not hostile. Hostility is unwarranted aggression. If you want to know about hostility, let us tell you about Culture 12. Culture 12 was so hostile that while they were on their way to their first great battle, Urquan, the Battle Masters, stepped on Nusco, the tactician's foot, causing him great pain. The annoyed Nusco turned on his Battle Master, Urquan, and sliced his body in half. This miffed Urquan's troops, who took it upon themselves to murder Nusco and his elite troops. The real trouble started when now dead Urquan Master Sergeants Mood and Putt started arguing about how to kill Nusco. Simple crucifixion or the slower lead tattoo technique. The argument was resolved when Mood and his 500 troops were slaughtered by Putt and his gang. Well, this probably all would have gone down in history as a great day of learning for Culture 12, were it not for the surprise arrival of Culture 12's original enemy, the Yajag and his cronies, who wiped out Culture 12's army, thus beginning the long and glorious Culture 13. Now that's hostility. We, on the other hand, merely want to kill you.
Sure thing. Now, what can you tell us about your species?
Talk, blah. Talk is for sissies. Weaklings like those of Culture 14. For 10,000 years, we Tradash have fought and died, learned and improved. Then, along came Culture 14, which claimed that all this perfect method was wrong. That each time we violently transformed to a new culture, we inevitably blasted ourselves back at least 500 years in development. Some people just cannot accept the cost of progress. Indeed, the foolishness of Culture 14's peaceful whining was revealed when they were conquered by Culture 15 after only a 10-year reign. And did the change to Culture 15 set us back 500 years? No, 2, maybe 300 years tops. The short span of Culture 14's reign is objective proof that as a way of life, peace is a failure.
So about Rhino Dudes, what more can you tell us about your Culture 19?
More talk? It amazes me that you ever got out of the orbit of your home planet. Yammer. Very well, we will talk for a moment. Our Culture 19 is the most formidable ever to appear in Tradash space. Admittedly, we said something similar about Culture 18, but it is true. With our rather swift defeat by the Ur-Quan and subsequent enslavement, we realized that it was time for a change. A new culture had to be established. So of course, we began a thermonuclear exchange to decide who would lead this new culture. We were all quite disappointed when the Ur-Quan in orbit above our homeworld launched waves of fighters who intercepted all our missiles. The Ur-Quan explained that slaves were not permitted to engage in such destructive conflicts. So my people, being superior, introduced a super lethal poison into our opponent's water and air, thus ending the conflict. The Ur-Quan were not particularly happy about this resolution and killed all our leaders, which, under other circumstances, would have started a larger inter-Tradash war. But the Ur-Quan appointed new leaders, apparently chosen at random, and explained that further disobedience would result in the destruction of our species. Frustrating, huh?
You mentioned the Urquan. What's your relationship with them?
A foolish question. We are their slaves, dolt. What else would we be? When the Ur-Quan first appeared in our space, over 50 years ago, coming from the direction of the Ophiuchi stars, we attacked them with gusto, zipping in to fire our Mark 6 blasters, and then theoretically zipping back out to prepare for another attack run. Unfortunately, before we could zip out, our ships were either blasted to smithereens by the Ur-Quan's fusion bolts or were picked apart by the swarms of Ur-Quan fighter vessels. You may wonder why we didn't use our afterburners to escape. The answer is simple. 50 years ago, our ships had not yet been modified for this enhancement. It was not until 2143 that maintenance engineer Reiche invented the afterburner effect. When he accidentally stuck his cigar in the aft fuel valve of the ship he was working on, waboom! The ship took off like a barn out of hell, and Reiche was fried to a crisp. Yes, we remember Reiche with much fondness. Of course, we have refined the device, and now that our entire fleet has been fitted with the Reiche afterburners, perhaps now the Urquan will let us fight at their side as true Battle Thrulls.
So here's the next question. Why didn't you fight against the Alliance in the First War? Because we never heard of it. And where are the Urquan?
We wanted to. Oh, how we wanted to. After all, we were the first Battle Thrulls the Urquan enslaved in this part of space. We thought we had priority. But the Urquan thought we were too weak to hold our own in the upcoming battles, so they left us here to guard the flank. If only we had been stronger and less troublesome. Another reason the Urquan wouldn't take us with them was because we kept picking fights with the new battle slaves, like the Undablabis or those religious idiots, the Ilrath. Where did they go, you ask? This is a secret, of course. We can't tell you. If we told you that they were fighting a secret war against a mysterious invader, you might find some way to use that information against our masters. So forget it. No secrets.
Nope. Now you have two options here. The first one is that we're doing is outline. It takes a little bit longer, but you'll keep. And then the other one is to have them go off and go out and fight the Urquan enemies. That are even worse than they are the core spin-off of the race, and they'll leave the area.
So forget it. No secrets.
But instead, we're going to say your bloodstream. We're going to fight them. So we're going to say your bloodstream does not impress me. We have requirements that you will fulfill.
Yeah. What? You say what? Foolish, pitiful, small-headed being. We will destroy you and everybody on your ship.
Alright. We'll send my main gun. It's definitely not. I was facing the direction, and then one hit, one kill. Alright, over here. 2 hits, 2 kills. And the third one is up, and it is coming my way. Dodged out of the way. Good job, because they have a very good, and they're pretty fast. So that plasma that they shoot, that does a lot of damage. So you do not want to take damage. I take 1 damage. You do not want to run into it. So you typically just want to fight them off by just standing like a battleship. All right, now actually we'll come over here. Just for you, for Let's Play purposes. Normally you would not want to do this. Let's talk to him again to get more combat stuff. Some more conversations.
What a laugh! You are the least battle-worthy creature I've ever seen commanding a starship. We are the Ur-Quan fighting slaves of Culture 19. Please don't run away. We wish to be your species' new role models. Unfortunately, to do this, we may need to blast you into your component atoms.
What has made you wait? Why are you so brutal?
Brutal? You don't know the meaning of brutal until you've heard the story of Culture 3. How brutal was Culture 3, you ask? Culture 3 was so brutal that they maimed, tortured, enslaved, and in general brutalized themselves. You see, Culture 2 had made a virtue of stoic resistance to pain, stubborn fortitude, that sort of thing. So when Culture 3 came around, they had a problem. How were they going to impress everyone as being even tougher? Their answer? They would arrive at a battle, stand on a tall hill where everyone could see them, and chop off one of their own limbs. Then they'd wave it around, screaming and shaking it at their enemies. It worked. It scared the hell out of their opponents. They ran like crazy. You could tell who was a real war hero back then by how few arms or legs he had left. War parade were quite different too. Instead of sturdy old warriors walking slowly past their reviewing stands, they tended to roll, and at a good clip too. To you, an inferior alien, this may seem bluntly stupid, the product of a sick, primitive society. You couldn't be more right. Culture 3 was, as you can well understand, only the third Thrabash culture, and was therefore far from the temperate perfection you have encountered here and now.
We wish nothing from you save your friendship. Let's try it.
Perhaps, after we have made you our slaves, we can accommodate your wishes. Until then...
You are strong. We like strong. We be friends now, okay?
We are strong. You are weak. And we hate weak. We do not need weak friends. We only want slaves and teachers. Since you have nothing to teach us and refuse to be our slave, then you are our enemy. Such logic must be obvious even to a stupid being like yourself.
We leave in peace.
What? You leave before the lesson begins? We have so much to teach you. Let us show you just one thing. It's called the surprise attack.
Yeah, but if you kill it, it's not a surprise. I think you showed up fast to me. I think there's just one. That'll open right now. Because if you fled, then you would have to get them taken care of. But because you're so overwhelmingly better than they are, it's probably not the worst idea. And for let's play purposes, right, you just want to get through this stuff. Right, so there's no more attack option, no more converse options. So until you kill some more of them, so we're just gonna go ahead and attack now. Definitely got it. We've killed 7. This will show up now, and then that'll be the last one for now. Another save. Reverse. Actually, no, attack them. It's just 2 more. We've only killed 7. You take 2 damage. Massively nasty, right? I think anybody else can show up here. So now we're going to navigate back to. Let me put the map again real quick. It's like Gamma until 2. 283. Now, they typically aren't in the systems as much as you might expect them to be when you're here in their era. Just so that. So some fast little mining here, and this is actually pretty fast. Because this one is actually it's an emerald core called Urquan. So it actually won't have that much, but it'll be hot enough. It'll be all like aim and stuff. It is, and then we'll dispatch it. Right here's fine. And basically just do one run real fast. Hold on. Head on out. And save. Now we'll head to the next mining place, and this is another until it's until 4. That's 258. 910. See until 4. Come over here, grab these other ones in hyperspace. Again, you wouldn't want to normally do this, but we're just, for let's play purposes, we'll do it. It's still not that many, actually. It's weird. I'll go ahead and attack them. Probably just free hit kill. He also rammed me too, so I'm in space. You just ram behind him. I'll save that. This actually has real people for. Well, yeah, I think 4, 5, or 6 can be bigger ones. Well, let's see if they've changed their conversion.
Perhaps humans can fight after all. If our reports are accurate, we will test this hypothesis in the laboratory of life. In glorious battle, your puny, inadequate weaponry is no match for the Threadash Mark 6 blaster with its 4 megawatt energy discharge. Nor can your slow, bloated tubs compare to our flash turbo-boosted warships. We have nothing to fear. Attention, weak, ugly humans aboard that wallowing garbage scow of a ship. Unless you are even more inferior than we believe. And that's hard to imagine. You already know who we are. The Threadash of Quarter 19. We are the original Ur-Quan fighting slaves. The cream of their elite forces. Your instructors in the harsh realities of life. It is time for your next lesson.
So now we don't get any more options, but he did hear a different sort of...
then I guess we'll just be attacking you now.
And then you'll hear a couple more intros as we kill more of them. 2 hit kill. Well, 2 shot kill, 1 hit kill. To be fair. For the last one. About 6. We'll grab this as soon as I finish up the mining here at the 4th planet. In case there's not somebody who shows up in this world. Alright. Hopefully that'll be online. It is. It's another planet overview world in this case. This one has less but more valuable, so that'll probably be one. It's another one runner. Just one guy down. And there we are. Game, and then I'll wait here for a little bit just to see if anybody. I'll move with the 4th. And if anybody here is in the system, come towards me. Now they see me get here. If not, then we'll just go to the next planet. So wait a couple seconds, and then I'm not seeing somebody come out. So the next planet is Beta Potus 2, and this is a Steam XL. It's 259. We're in a little dagger through it. And then the last one's an alpha. And because we went south with the right hand, Alrighty. I'll save it just in case something weird happens. I've actually had to load it once because I ran into a planet a couple of times. Works.
Inferior aliens. You have once again intruded upon the territory of the Dragash. This is a patrolled region of space. Your presence here is considered an act of war. How wonderful!
See, I guess we'll be going now.
Then I guess we'll just be attacking you now.
You get a new entrance. Opening, rather. Sorry, not entrance. It's not a door. Some hangers. And 2 shots. See this? There's a point here too. Which just happened to me before. Not even 2 more kills. Another shame.
Well, humans have some backbone after all, but not as much as the Ur-Quan. A human ship is a poor second to the Urquan dreadnought. Your weapons do not have the killing strength of an Urquan fusion blast. The Urquan are still your betters, inferior aliens. You have once again intruded upon the territory of the Dragash. This is a patrolled region of space. Your presence here is considered an act of war. How wonderful!
Alright, now we're going to end up with a...
Then I guess we'll just be attacking you
and get
now.
a new opening, and now we just need to kill another couple fleet or two, and then we'll out with them. Again, very little people here. Very little ships. By now, we probably would have normally had, but you probably would have had more for running people ships. Fleets and that sort of thing too. That's because they're not allied with them. 3.
Inferior aliens. You have once again intruded upon the territory of the Dragash. This is a patrolled region of space. Your presence here is considered an act of war. How wonderful!
Beta Potus 2 is the mining planet here.
Then I guess we'll just be attacking you now.
I have to take at least 2 fleets. Killed. You're hitting the Beta Potus 2, the second planet. Alright. And they're right outside of this space. So we're gonna head here to the second planet. Right here. Oops, what was it? is also another review world. Which is a few of them, but bigger size ones. So it'll be a little faster. I also missed that a few times. Left. Here on the menu. This reboot world in beta pods too. Good. So the next one is Gamma Pods. It's actually pretty close by if I remember. But yeah, I'm sorry, Alpha Pods. It's the Alpha Star here. So it's Alpha Pods. One that will go there too. But let's. I'm gonna swing by and grab that one here on the way there, and then hopefully that'll be enough to get the Alliance in case I haven't already got it. Alright, game. Same. Reverse.
Inferior aliens.
Nope.
You have once.
Since we've already had this one, let's skip past it.
Then I guess we'll just be.
And another 4 people we're gonna fight here. Hits, 2 shots, 2 kills. Oh, he just got out. He still took 2. But it was not enough to save him. 2 shots. And another one. 4 out for down. Actually, 5 out. That's good. 5 people died. Yeah. That's probably gonna be enough. But player Alpha Pods. This is Alpha Pods 1, if I recall correctly. None are made here too. This is just all the treating species. This is a treasure hub. It's a very so we probably don't have to kill them. Because you're probably going to lose people even though you have heat shields. Say, because I don't want to accidentally run into an accidentally just stay on that planet for too long. Dispatch another section over here. Explode over here. Where's more for a faster run? Come over to here. I'm gonna head out. And my next, my 3 minings that we're going to be doing in a week after we ally with them, and bringing the Ultra on, has 3 treasure worlds, so I'm not going to go back for that. We'll have enough. Alright. Now we're going. I think the people in the space are going to be enough. So now I'm going to navigate to the place that has the blue crystal helix, and this is Zeta Draconis. Is it 277? 277 and 867. There it is. because they just went past me. I'll go ahead. See? First?
Admirable, admirable! We have never witnessed such awesome combat capabilities. You have destroyed so many of us. We are humbled in your presence. We thought you were a weakling, a coward, a pitiful, sniveling wimp. We were wrong, so wrong. You have shown yourself superior to ourselves, indeed, even the Urquan. We wish to learn from you, thus improving our culture. Give us your wisdom, mighty teacher. What is the secret to your success? Wait, I got it. It's the way you respond to our hailing calls each time we meet. Just as they say, first impressions are so important. So tell us, please, tell us how we should present ourselves.
And now you're going to be giving them more information about them. And you have a couple of ones that make sense. Try being polite, friendly, your greetings, or stuff like that too. But I like the self-referential humor that you come up with just great people the way we do.
Okay, I see. When necessary, we will be obsequious and kowtow, and the rest of the time we will bluster and threaten. How simple. Now that we understand the nuances of introduction, great teacher, we have an even more significant question. Your devastation of our battle forces has shown us that our Culture 19 is inferior to your own. Therefore, we will adopt your methods, your techniques. But what shall we name our new culture?
Again, you're going to tell them, hey, I think it's important that this new direction you decide on.
You are wise, great teacher. I will think long and hard on this matter. It must reflect the profound changes in our social order. It must clearly explain the nature of our civilization. Yes, I have it. The perfect name is Culture 20. We need to learn so much from you, such as how should we act in our new culture? What is our direction? Our ethical base?
So here you have a couple of nicer ones, like be kind at all times in all places. That would definitely make sense for more of a thing. But this is a comedy, right? So look, if you really want to model for your culture, just be like this.
I see it now. We proceed carefully. We take no undue risks. We slowly build up our strength and only attack when we have overwhelming odds on our side. In dealing with other races, we shall question them mercilessly, trying to drag out every last bit of information. And if they are not cooperative, we will threaten them with instant death. We will be just like you. We have much work to do to implement these sweeping cultural changes. Transferring from the allegiances and wars of one culture to another is a difficult and time-consuming task. We beg you, great warrior for her, give us time to make the changes you have suggested. Return later to see our brave new world.
Now here's another thing. If you run into them after you've grabbed
This is Ra of the starship
then they will, because it's a holy object, then they will,
a wise teacher,
move you out. So you have to meet all these people ahead of time just to get them out here type table. Are there any developments here that I should be aware of?
Now that you are our new role model, I guess it's time to spill the beans on the Urquan. Unfortunately, we never really got any beans. Secret bits of information, that is. However, maybe you would like to know about the last time we saw the Urquan. It was in 2140, I think. All of a sudden, a fleet of dreadnoughts came storming into our space, quickly refueled, and then left, broadcasting a recorded message which told us to remain in our old sphere of influence, obey the slave laws, and wait for their return. The dreadnought fleet departed in the direction of the Craterous constellation, but where they are now is unknown.
Alright. How's the new culture developing?
Things are proceeding well, Captain. We have discovered one item which may interest you. There is an unusual world orbiting Epsilon Draconis in close solar orbit. Though it radiates energies which scramble our senses, we can detect many radioactive substances on the surface. We suspect that this is one of those so-called precursor dumps, described in some ancient text fragments we found in Alpha Apodus. The text goes on to say that these dumps are in some kind of pattern. Though what the pattern may be remains a mystery. For now, that's all.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, goodbye to you, my fetish stand.
We eagerly await
That
your
system that you just
return.
thought about, that was a rainbow world that we actually already stolen by. In our space. Let's head over to the storm it. This is 277. We're all right now. Making out one meeting in space ahead of time.
Meaning, I am Captain Chud, in command.
She's just gonna say all the same things. The
We
only
will
same.
await your return and further enlightenment with great anticipation.
Stepped in.
Attention! This is the Starship Overwhelmed.
Oh, that person is
Try not to get killed, teacher.
the last one to go. No, Zeta. Two turns. The last one. I think. Yep. Nobody on the map. Well, he's pretty far away. That's not good. There's a huge number of people here, and it's actually pretty rare. Usually there are. Definitely. Okay. Zeta, two turns. Here they go.
I am Commander Arquan
Lower them.
20. Farewell, great teacher.
Now they'll stop chasing me. Go back to lead. Because you don't see me as an intruder. I gotta go here. I gotta time myself come back so that I don't run into them. Luckily very fast. So sometimes you just don't want it to go straight.
I am Commander Zeta B of Gorcha 20. Are glad to meet you here in space. A wise teacher from Earth.
Goodbye, dear.
Farewell, great teacher. Ho-yo-ho! The super strong human has returned to this, our most important planet. We, Gorcha 20, bid you welcome.
This is the most holy object, right? So if you start to take it, they're gonna be not happy. So that's what you don't want to have. And we look over positions. What's so special about this one?
We orbit here, guarding that most precious of our relics, that which we hold most dearly, that which has been at the heart of all our cultures, except for Culture 9, and they don't really count. We guard the object which transcends mortal realms, the Aqua Helix.
So what is this Aqua Helix doing? Is it doing tricks?
The Aqua Helix is our most precious relic. For the totality of our historical memory, the Helix has been with us. It guides, motivates, and rewards. It is the twisty thing that launched 1,000 ships. It is the relic all our cultures have held most. Oh yeah, I said that already. We know the Aqua Helix is great largely because all our previous 19 cultures have known this to be true. If the Aqua Helix wasn't anything special, why would we spend so much blood and passion over the little thing? It would be a colossal waste, an absurd travesty. Actually, this is what Culture 9 said during their 2-week period of dominance before Culture 10 wiped them out. Anyway, we remain convinced. We are Thurdash, and all Thurdash know the significance of the Aqua Helix. Therefore, the Aqua Helix is great. The matter is resolved.
And the Thurdash are right because it's a precursor artifact and part of the Ultra.
Why, certainly. Go ahead and land on the planet and take a look at the most precious of all our relics. The relic we hold most dear, as have all our cultures.
There we go. Now we can scan it. I don't care about the mineral. There's nothing to care about. It's over there on the east. I'll save it. Here in 41 because there's just way too many of those folks. Scan it. Alrighty, I'll dispatch it right over here because I don't care about those minerals here on this primordial world. Hopefully we'll get there pretty close. And report from the surface. Captain, we have discovered some sort of alien shrine here on the surface. The building is immensely old, at least 2,000 years. Inscribed around the perimeter of the cylindrical shrine are innumerable hieroglyphs which document the history of each of the 19 Third Dash cultures. From what we have seen, we have learned that the Third Dash have risen to starfaring technology at least 3 separate times, only to nuke themselves back into the Stone Age again and again. The real surprise, Captain, was what we found inside the shrine. We knew that the Third Dash kept something down here, but we didn't know what it was until we went inside the shrine. In the exact middle of the structure was a tall dais of white stone. Set atop the dais was an immense aqua gemstone, somehow shaped like a flat, twisted ribbon, like a DNA helix. The aqua helix emitted incredible light pulses, illuminating the cavernous shrine. Like a giant strobe light, at least it did, until Private Hendricks decided to see what would happen if he grabbed the thing. The helix immediately ceased glowing, and has remained quiescent ever since. We will bring it back. Yes, please. Now we've got this. Now you have to actually use it. You just can't assume that it's going to fix things. So you're going to go to exit menu, manifest, target devices, use the aqua helix, and now the ultra target. Exit menu, save it again. And then hopefully, after here, you'll be able to navigate away. Actually, that almost looked nice fire. Hopefully, they are coming here. Somebody is. Oh, that's not good.
So it's you, the thief, the skulking little human weasel. We should not have left the Aqua Helix planet unguarded. You have shown us a weakness in ourselves, and for that we thank you. But we desire the return of the Helix, and since I suspect you won't give it willingly, eat flaming death, you gravy-sucking pig.
So I have a couple of options. One is that I can actually just load the save and see if that happens. Yeah, okay. Let's load this in. Do this one instead. There are just so many for dash in this system. Okay, now I get away. That's good. No, that's devices. Now we're going to return it to Urquan space now in this space. And then we're heading over to Urquan space and Supax space 2 to get out of it. Head right here. Alright, so the place that we need to go to get the Urquan, which is what we'll and also to and so forth, is in Zeta Hades. And so we're going to start heading that way. It's over here from the place. Right there. Hopefully we have the last couple. Sometimes in hyperspace, they aren't as active as the Third Dash. There had been times where I just had to wait around. Yep, so we're gonna hang out in space for a little bit, just wait for them to go here. There's somebody over here, so let's go. Speed it up. Pretty slow. Hello. We'll save just in case. Now there are going to be some surprise combats that are about to happen. Just as a heads up. Conversion.
Just go away. Leave us to ponder our grief.
So I now have an option. Hey guys, guess what we found? We've got the Ur-Quan.
Yeah. Should I set my gaze upon such a sight, I might suffer sleepless nights for years on end. It is a symbol of the collective Utwig failure. It is our ultimate tragedy. Ah! Every divot, every crack on its surface is etched forever in my soul. Remove it from my sight, lest I purge my... Hey! That is not the devastated Ultron. It is the image of the Ultron before. A trick? A trick? Oh! I had no idea that any species could sink so low. How dare you try to manipulate me with that cheap stage prop? Why, it's not even... Hey! Wait a second. It looks like... Can it be? Yes! It is! A miracle! Oh, happy day! Joyous occasion! You have our eternal thanks, good Captain. You will be immortalized as the blessed figure that delivered unto us our future. We will revere your very likeness. Let me take the Ultron. Yes, I feel the link, the knowledge, and the power. It seems that there is much to do. Indeed, it seems that you should proceed to the second moon of the 6th planet of Zeta Hyades and take what you find there. We no longer have need for it, but the Ultron reveals that you will. I thank you for your part in the grand scheme. We now recover that which is ours via destiny and proceed to perform our essential service for the universe. But wait! The Ultron throbs and whistles. Matters of significance are being relayed to our brains. It has been so long since we communicated with the Ultimate in such a manner, but slowly the truth is revealed. Our destiny. We have been directed to join with our Supak's allies and attack you. No, wait, that's wrong. Sorry. We attack your enemies, the Urquan and the Kor-Ah. No, that's not right either. What? Oh, okay. We must strike only the black ships, only the Kor-Ah. Now, Captain, we must leave to prepare our battle fleet.
Yep.
Wish us luck.
Now, when these guys attack against them, they actually will slow down the game, or slow them down a little bit. And therefore, speed you up. So it is good. Now you're allied with the Utwig and the Supaks. They'll join your thing, and so there are 3 treasure worlds here in 9, 2, and 3. So we'll do the treasure world and then that planet in order. See. Scan. Pretty safe. Let's dispatch our lander right here. See, if you recall, the Utwig they had great success against the and when we first met them, they talked about how like when they launched attacks on the core, they had great success against them. In combat, they just didn't care because they were very depressed after having lost the Ultron. So they're actually really good him over here. Well, I went all the way around to get that guy. I don't know what the world's map. Maps are small. Yeah, we check. And now save it again. You can save it constantly because there is, again, surprise, surprise, a surprise battle that's going to be happening here in a second. Alright, so we started with 9, and the next one's going to be 6B, which is where the vehicle bomb is. Here we go. Get ready for the battle. Now remember, the Druge, they are actually the ones that sold the bomb, and then you actually have been. They're super bad guys, super bad mercenaries. So we're gonna save it. Not mercenaries, traders, and then we'll commercial.
Fancy meeting you here, Captain.
Druge Starship Captain, justify your presence here.
The appointed representatives of the Crimson Corporation merely come to obtain the fair and reasonable payment for our goods. We traveled to this region of space years ago to sell the useless Ur-Quan device to the Urquan. We knew even then of the weapon on the surface below us. This was to be our price. But the Urquan used a clever ploy to cheat us. I had convinced the morose Urquan fools that the Ur-Quan was the answer to all of their pitiful dreams. Powers? The Proctor's wine. Will it give us the powers we crave? I assured them that, yes, the Ur-Quan would give them the second sight. The Ur-Quan would allow them to see into the past and the future. The Ur-Quan would slowly imbue each of them with unique secret powers of great significance. The Ur-Quan would ensure that their race's huge potential for greatness would be fulfilled. Then a mistake was made. Enough foolishness. We will take the precursor device from the surface and then leave. Thereafter, I may see fit to bequeath the entire planet to you, Captain, for your invaluable services in the past, provided you need them.
Nope. Sorry. This precursor artifact does not belong to you as rightfully ours. Stand aside.
Liar! It is we who are the genuine owners, not you, Captain. Those many years ago, when we offered the Ur-Quan to the Urquan, how they capered and laughed at their good fortune. Fools. Then they begged to hold the device, just for a moment. To close the deal, I permitted this. A grievous mistake. The moment the High Proctor touched the Ur-Quan, her body arched and her eyes rolled back in her head. She began to babble meaningless phrases and howl like a beast. We had expected the Urquan to fall for our sell, to buy the useless device, but never with such gusto. Their self-doubt and lack of clear reason left them vulnerable to our every manipulation. But then, the Proctor's body relaxed, and her eyes slowly closed. When they reopened, her visual orbs shone with a wild and frightening light. This is all we could have dreamed of, and more, she intoned. And now, Drew, as to your price. I opened my mouth to speak, but before I could utter a word, the Proctor interrupted. Wait! The Ur-Quan feeds your thoughts directly to me. Do not speak. I know that you desire. What could I say? That the Ur-Quan was a farce and could do no such thing? I was stunned and silent. The Proctor continued. You Druge of the Crimson Corporation desire an object of great antiquity, something of secret function and value. Very well, it shall be done. And with that, we were led to a small vault. The Proctor ceremoniously opened the the door of the vault and explained that because we had been of such great service, all of the treasures within were now ours. Inside we found a hodgepodge of ancient and useless artifacts, the glowing rod, an absurd trident, and more such junk. I could see no way to salvage the disastrous situation at that time. But when I heard of you, your travels, and your foolish quest for freedom, I realized that you could be the agent of our justice. And lo, it is so. You have heard our justification. It is valid and unassailable. Now go, and do not return.
Regardless of your feelings in the matter, we will. I'll take this advice.
You will not. We know your soul, young captain. It is no brighter than ours. We acknowledge our greed. We revel in it. You are the dishonest one, hiding your shame in shadows. You fabricate justifications, rationales. In the end, we are just the same. But now you stand in our way. You will not be moved. Therefore, we will add your true name to our ledger of hatred. But first, die, child, die!
No battle with 5 of their ships. One ship done. Roll out if I remember correctly. There we go, 5 killed. We lost about half our group. 69, or 70, 71, 79. Alright, so now we're going to scan. Energy is over to the center, south. Dispatch. We landed right on it. Report from the surface. We found a huge precursor device on the planet's surface. It's a giant black cylinder set within a simple defensive grid. We have already neutralized the grid. Well, it actually just drove through it by accident, but it seemed to work. The artifact is covered with precursor script, and although we can't translate all the writing, it is pretty clear that it is a warning, repeated again and again. The energy output of this artifact is scary. It rivals all of the ship's engines at Redline. If I may be so bold, Captain, I would advise that we not experiment with this device until we are back at the start base, and that's sure you'll blow up the ship. We shall now go and return to the ship with the black cylinder device carefully stowed in the cargo area. Save it after the game, and now we're going to go mine these last 2 games and finish up. Another couple of worlds here in Hades 1 and 2. Well, hopefully this will be my second to last let's play for you folks. It's the last one does give you some weaknesses and some handicaps. You can't use your big giant ship in battle. And it's a bigger battle. Boss battle. Smash right here. Dispatch back, and then for the last of these. This actually only shot, I think. Sorry about that. Alright, now to the planet. You'll also note that I don't have a full cargo for this one because I haven't. So I might fill this one up without actually filling it up, if that makes sense. Drive right past them. Oh, very close by. And here's the last one. And fill up. Actually filled up the one. Yeah, that's good. And there we are. Alright, so next time I'm going to ally with the Siren that we from the first wars after they find out that the Mycon blew up their thing, making sure I just made sure this time that they we just had them ambush the people that took them out, and I'll have us after they took them out, and then head back to base. Saw those things, fill up my fleet, and then grab the last couple of things that I need to do, and then we might be able next episode based on how much time I have. Now the last couple times, the last time I played this game in February or January when I last played this game through, it took me about 25 or 30 tries for me to take out the last one, and that sort of thing, just as a heads up. So it might be a little longer. So. But yeah, because it can take some stuff. It can be a little finger stick chopping. Remember, I don't have a mouse input or a controller pad. It's all keyboard because this is DOS era, right? So there you are. So check that out. And then I do other Let's Plays too. And then I also do video game Wednesday reviews of older video games. I just did Star Control 3 a couple days ago. And so you can check that out too. And the next will be Star Control Origins, and that sort of thing. They aren't as great but I sometimes think that fans sometimes don't give them the full respect they should be, because they aren't by the original developers. And then you can check out on Saturday the reviews of Serial Saturday. and that sort of a thing too, where I review older movie and TV serials from like sometimes from the 40s or 50s and that sort of thing. I just did a couple of things. So the next one I just did Captain Midnight last week, and so this next week I will be Pirates of the. I just finished up a early mid-30s one where pirates are in treasure on an island that they're going back and get it, and you can check that out too. And then also on Monday, do reviews of tabletop RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons or Battle Thrulls role-playing or war games like Battletech. Thing too. Right now I'm reviewing modules from the X series and back beside it things from the 80s. So check it out too. And then the other 3 reviews a week I do of things that are in the things that you read in order of things in the genres that we cover: science, fantasy, science fiction, and horror too. So hopefully you'll check out those things if you like this. Or just do the Star Control, but that's fine too. For you folks, and there you go. And then check it out. And then, as you can tell from those 7 older things, it's definitely really what's going on. It's where it's name from too. For you folks. So, what do you think about this video? I hope you enjoyed your time with it. Let me know your thoughts, and then I want to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it, right? Watching my videos, because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives. I'm pulled in so many different directions too, right? So like you spend this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.